So interesting what's happening. So I got asked a question about um, the 95 with Hakeem Olajuwon versus Kobe Bryant and Paul Gasol '09 team that won the chips against Orlando. And the question was, which duo shined better? I hadn't even thought about it because I had to do some research on this. And, of course, eyeball test would have said Kobe and Gasol because of just thinking about what Kobe did and what Gasol was to the Lakers during that run. Because they were on a run when they together. They were, that connection quick. Unlike the LeBron Lucas situation that just occurred, that thing took off pretty quick. So I had to do some stats. So let's get it. So we're gonna start with Kobe and Gasol. Kobe averaged 27 points, 5 points, 5 boards, which was pretty much in accordance to where he was during that last run he had. So 27, 5, 5. Paul Gasol, 18 points, 11 boards, 3 dimes. And he was just under 20 points a game, which was considered, that was very good, really good. So it definitely was a good fit with that. So, when you add that up, they're averaging combined, like if you put that's like 45 points combined. So that's half the productivity. That's a good balance act. And on Gasol definitely was the kind of low post presence that Kobe needed to thrive. And then went against Orlando. Because that's to me, that was Kobe's best finals overall in totality. He played his best. Make no mistake about it. That was a huge acquisition, and he was huge. So that's how I look at that in totality with that. So I definitely look at that one and think, yeah, yeah, that was working. But let's go on to Houston, shall we? Hakeem Olajuwon, 26.9. And if we do inflation, that's 27 points. 10.9 boards, that's inflation, 11 boards. 3.6 assists. So that head to head against Kobe got him beat. The points are dead even. He doubles him up on rebounds, and he's just under him in assists. So, and you know how versatile Hakeem was, so that's pretty impressive. That's very impressive. Then let's get to Clyde Drexler, 19.3, 7.2 boards, and 5.8 assists. Now that is very impressive considering where he was at that stage of his career after he had left Portland where he was. That's very impressive to say the least. So he definitely fit. So which duo gets the edge when I take in consideration the totality of the numbers and that 95 Rocket team that swept Orlando in the finals, and as opposed to that Laker team that won 4-1 against Orlando, which one do I think of the dynamic duo was more impressive? I got to say Hakeem and Clyde. And it did, again, this is why you got to do your research. So when some people ask, we had this come up in a live stream. Shout out to Jay Will. We did a live stream. And I had never been asked that question before because just sight on scene, I think it's because I would have gone with Kobe and Pau because Clyde was older at the time. And Clyde was one of my favorite players in the 80s. But the Clyde Drexler that played with the Rockets in 95 was 3 years removed from that one that played against the Bulls in the finals for Portland. But he definitely was, you saw the wear into that time and moved on. He still had enough to get stuff done, but not looking at it in that totality. But then when you look at this right here, well, aside from the rebounds, he got Paul Gasol beat. And at that stage, that's quite impressive for where he had been through. So anyway, this was a good debate. Um, the Kobe Bryant Paul Gasol '09 Finals champs versus Hakeem and Drexler 95 champs. Which duo had better duo? That's interesting. So that's why I like it when people ask questions because you come to the live stream or you come through me and you ask, and we do this research. You find some real interesting tidbits that when you do some detective work, it's like, wow, I didn't think it was going to end like that. So that was even an eye opener. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another, share the reviews you like, and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free, stay true. And just because I get the question, sometimes it depends on, because I got a lot of other stuff that I tend to put out. It doesn't mean I'm not going to get to your questions, because I do get to your questions. And this one was really intriguing about this duo thing. So appreciate that. All right, I'm out.